Raptors of the Rockies was established in 1988, so almost 25 years ago. And we've been steadily doing education programs up to 80 a year. It was 82 was a record, but about 70 programs a year. Done 1,400 programs for students and the public. Well, we get birds that are injured, that have a permanent injury and they can't be released to the wild, but they still look good and they do good programs and good education, and that's what they're used for, is education programs. And some birds are used in 40 programs a year, others 20.
Well, my favorite bird actually is the pygmy owl and the barn owl, actually.
Elisa is a 3-year-old red-tailed hawk, and she is a red morph. She's a really dark red color face, and her vision is really bad. When we got her, she was totally blind as a fledged bird, and now she is part of our teaching team. She can see well enough to get around in her building, but not well enough to release. So she's sort of our workhorse. She does all the art projects. She's a good model.
Isles the great horned owl eats mice and other rodents.
I think we've had him like 13 years, something like that, and he's missing 4 of his flight feathers on one wing, so he can't fly he can fly, but not well enough to release. We don't know how old he is. He came in as an adult, but most of the other birds come in as hatchier birds. They're young birds that made a mistake, because most raptors in the wild die. They have a huge mortality because they have to catch things that don't want to get caught, and that's hard to do. They don't just go to a bird feeder and eat seed. There's other predators that want to kill them. They have to preen their feathers and bathe and look good and learn where to roost at night or during the day for owls, so they don't get killed by other predators. And then a lot of them have to migrate, and that's a tough thing. So they have a huge, what we call, mortality rate. And that's where we get most of these birds, is the first-year birds that have made a mistake.
Graham, the barred owl, actually is a carnivore too, and she also eats small rodents, and he's still molting.
Some birds are handled a lot more than others, and they just get used to it. Other birds, I take them out. Like the sharp-shinned hawk, I'll just go grab her, put her jesses on, put her in a travel crate, do a program, and she'll stand there, be good, and then I leave her alone the rest of the year. So 340 days a year I leave her alone, and then for maybe 20 programs I'll take her out and use her for education. And she's comfortable in her building, and she looks good and eats well, and so that's what I enjoy doing.
Owls are nocturnal animals, and some birds can be blind, and they, even a little bit, if they lose a wing, like a tiny bit of wingtip, it can still kind of get them off balance, and that's kind of how that bald eagle fell.
You mean Sunny?
Yeah, Sunny.
The bald eagle Sunny came to us exactly a year ago. I think it might have even been July of 2011, and he was found actually on the bank of a river with a wingtip missing, and Rob Dominich from Raptor View Research Institute went to go get him and grabbed him with a net as he was jumping into the river. Yeah, so anyway, they brought him over here, and we kept him in a smaller enclosure for a while, and then when we got him on our permit and put him in with the other eagles, there's just a little tension with him and Max, and they're still working things out. But he eats and he bathes and preens and looks good, but he won't probably be glove trained. I'll just keep him for education here at the Raptor Ranch. But he is missing a wingtip, so he won't. And that doesn't grow back. That's what they do to parrots.
To see the homing pigeons, how she let them out all at once. They all came out like an army. Only it was airplanes, and they flew around and around, and they flew really, really, really fast. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, you don't see that every day. And then they come back. They always know where to come back. They know they're home. So that's cool.
The Owen, the little owl.
Owen's
he's
cute.
So adorable. I think I forget what kind of owl he is, but he's pygmy. Sure. I like iPod.
Conferences in Argentina next year, Corpus Christi the next year. So kind of a big international program. Plus I'm doing these programs around here. I'm going to keep doing assemblies every 2 years for K through 5. So if we have to do a few takes, that's fine. Because it's not like what are we shooting? We're shooting on the HD.
Cards.
Oh, cards? Oh,
Cards.
man. That's cool.
It was fun learning about the birds and what happened to them. And no.
The bald eagle was found at Clinton Hot Springs. So is this all we do, or do you ask questions?
No, you can ask your question. Don't pause it. Just ask your questions.
So what did you think about Raptors of the Rockies?
I learned some new bird species that I've never known about before, and that was pretty fun. So,
Like what bird species?
Already?
Oh, yes. Okay, never mind. I have one. It's alright. What's his name? Greyhound. What did you enjoy most?
quiet on set! Thank you!
That's all right. Thank you. That's all.
Alright, thanks.